Okay, hello, welcome. We're going to be continuing with Dwarf Fortress. With our Fortress Claspmaws. Thank you. Let's load it up. So, where were we up to last time? We were expanding our industry. We'd also been discovering the cavern system and found a large hole underground, which was quite something I hadn't seen for quite a long time. We also built some more of our housing block over there. And we built our, what's it called? Craft Dwarfs Guild over there as well. Are you carrying an elk bird? Oh no, that's an elk bird overcome by terror. That's actually come up there. Out from under the underground. Okay. And now what? We have our farms pretty much underway. We were creating some more bags, and I had ordered my people to make, my dwarves to make drinks, process plants, make charcoal, and construct beds. Okay. As well as the armor and all that for our militia. Completed Arkham City. Congratulations. It's a very good game. We'll be getting to that sometime. So let's see. What should we do now? It's winter. They haven't attacked us yet. Nobody's attacked us yet. So we haven't had to flex our military might. Such as it is. A bunch of wrestlers, because they haven't had maces to train with, but I bumped the creation of maces a bit higher. So that they would actually focus on training with them. Ooh, that was a mandate. You want high boots. Promote task, promote task. There we go. Just make high boots and complete that task. Oh yes, also we were making more, what's it called here? Forges and wood burners up here so that we could provide for our metal industry a bit better. So you can construct that, and construct that. There we go. Why is that block red? Is it just a leaf? Rough clay loam block floor. Oh, you've actually constructed it out of a log wall. Larch needles. Oh, you constructed that out of clay loam, somehow. I believe some traders came with some clay loam blocks. It's the only way you can get it, because you can't get stones of clay loam normally. Okay. Oh, there's a child playing make-believe in the food pile over there. How adorable. And you're cutting down more trees? Well, you're getting more wood over there. We were cutting trees down over here. There's a lot of logs. That's fine. We also have our temples down here, and as well as a tomb area, our clothiers' shops, and our hospital there. I think I'm actually going to smooth the hospital out. And the tomb area out. Just so that it's a bit nicer. Do I want to make floors in here? Dwarves are walking over it pretty frequently. I don't think we should have any problems. There's a petition. Red Tob Windcrested wishes to reside in Claspmaws for the purpose of eradicating monsters. Sure. Do we have any tricky monsters appearing? We have Rutherers. They're not too much of a problem, I don't think. Oh. Another petition. Rafeb Facebake wishes to reside in Claspmaws. Yeah, okay. That's Limonite. We have 2 bins there. And maximum. 4 bins there, 2 bins there, 2 bins there. Put 3 bins there. We might need more bins. So. Dungeon Master cancels brew drink. Okay. What am I going to want to do now? Well, kind of want to be able to create another housing block. Oh, there's actually a tree there. Yes, there is. Cut that tree down. Cut that tree down. Cut these ones down. And these 2. And these 3. And that one. Go. And also get these ones over here. There we go. And I'll channel this bit of terrain back so that we won't have to, so that we can expand out here a bit, perhaps. We should have more woodcutters because I constructed a few more axes. Oh, did we fulfill the mandate? We did! Well done. I kind of wish it told you whether you fulfilled the mandate. It tells you when a mandate is issued, but it doesn't tell you if you fulfill it. Okay, the Dungeon Master also requires a housing situation. Where do I want to put his house? Oh. Do not. Mandated. 2 more high boots. We just made high boots for you. You order. Iron high boots. Oh. Iron high boots. 2. There we go. And I want whoever is able to do that to do that. Charcoal is available there. Do we have another wood burner? What have we got? We've got furnace operator. You're forging. You're an armorer. You're a blacksmith. You're a metacrafter. You're forge furnace operator. What's your tasks? Oh, right. Farming is under wood burning, isn't it? Wood burning is under farming, rather. The other way around entirely. Okay. So what is the Dungeon Master's job? It's interesting that the Dungeon Master has been added back as a noble dwarf. But I don't know what his job would be. In older versions of Dwarf Fortress, as I mentioned when we first got him, Dungeon Masters were used to be able to get the what's it called? To be able to get the ability to train exotic animals, which were things like hydras and dragons, I believe. Without which you were only able to train normal animals, but as soon as you got the Dungeon Master, you were able to train the exotic animals as well with your Dungeon Master, as well as with any other animal trainers, but I don't know whether that's a thing anymore. Oh. What's this? How do you get in Dr. Young's office? I think there's a vent in the area which you have to go through. Oh, Glazy is being possessed. Oh, it's a possession. Are you going to be working fine? You're going to be going to the Craft Dwarf's workshop? Oh, you're going to the gem cutters. Okay. You're getting items, so I believe you're working alright. I wish they'd pick up those seeds. Do we need another seed pile or something? I need to count all the seeds and dump the ones which are useless. Let's see. Seeds! Prickleberry seeds. That's fine, that's fine, that's fine, that's fine. Pecans. Pecans come from trees, so we can dump those. Why did it? Yeah, whatever. Walnuts, I think we can dump. Apple seeds we can dump. Pear seeds we can dump. Persimmon seeds we can dump, and plum pits we can dump. Okay. And where's our garbage dump? Well, we've got... Wait, what? Why does it say we have a pile of 70 for a garbage dump? Oh, that's just listing how big that would be if I labeled that as a garbage dump. Okay. Do we have one normally? We do have a garbage dump somewhere. Can I cycle through them? Actually, let's just have a look at our items. Because I should be able to just find where the garbage dump is by finding an item which has been dumped. Zoom. Where is it? Oh. It's up there. Right. Yes. Can you not get that? That's the cage. That's the animal corpse in the cage. Ah. Is there a dump pile underneath there? No. No, there isn't. Where did we put this garbage pit? Where is this dump pile I made? Put one here. There. Wait. Yeah, I know what I was doing there, but I don't want 3. I just want 1. Actually, I don't think it was saying we had 1. I think it was just saying that would be a square of 1. Very confusing. I thought it was listing how many of those things we had. Okay, Dumat has become the mayor. High boots. Forge those. They're the most important things at the moment. Because they're mandated by the mayor who has a thing for high boots. Have you cut all those trees down? I believe you have. We could actually just channel this out back to here. Ooh, there is some trees there still, though. Get rid of that tree. Get rid of that tree. There we go. And then channel that piece of land out. That elk bird is now in people's bedrooms. Get out of there. Oh, and there's a reindeer cow. Are you not penned? You are? So someone should be coming to put you back in there. They're being scared by the elk bird. Yeah. I kind of want to go kill the elk bird, but it's not attacking us. It's just wandering around. Maybe I should set up a cage trap. Go on. Set up a cage trap in there. Hunter cancel sleep resting injury. It makes me wonder whether if ever in the history of Dwarf Fortress there was ever a time when you got a message saying Dwarf cancel sleep sleeping. Must have happened at some point. Look at that horse fowl or whatever going berserk over in our food pile. Just going back and forth, back and forth. Okay. Ooh, hang on. What have you got? You're constructing the cage trap. Nice. Cage trap is complete. And if you go down the stairs, the elk bird hopefully should retreat into the bedrooms and get caught in the cage trap. Come on. And... oh, wait. What? What is this? Went right through it. Oh, my plan was so perfect. Come on. Damn it! What is this? This trap is, like, set, isn't it? Limestone mechanisms. I'm not seeing a cage on there. So maybe it's built, but you haven't actually activated it with a cage yet. Everyone's nice and busy. That's good to see. You're mining that away. And... are we actually collecting honey from these? We have 19,000 honeybees. 18,000, 12,000, 15,000. Not ready to be split. So apparently we might be? Wait, did you finish your item? No. Are you still creating it though? Who were you? Strange mood, Glacier. Oh, you're still moving around. Oh, you're carrying something really heavy, are you? You're moving very slowly. What have you got? Limonite. Right, you're hauling a rock. No wonder you're moving slowly. Okay. Right. How's about we do this? New order. What should we create? I want some rock crafts or something, but wax crafts. Sure. You can make cloth crafts? Huh. Rock crafts. Rate 20 of them. We'll just keep the craft dwarves busy. You know, you have to work to earn that nice guild hall I made you. Yeah, it's just maybe that's just because you don't see the cage in it. I mean, it's a cage trap and it's green, so it's activated. Unless someone's carrying a cage there, it should be constructed. Did someone shoot that? It's tired, but no. Okay, the iron boots were completed. That means the mandate's finished. Still need your room. I'm going to create your room over here. Let's see. I'm going to put a wall here. Right in the middle of our farms. And I'm going to floor over here. It's not something I particularly wanted to do, but not for any major reason. It doesn't matter whether you floor over the top of your farms outside, because once a square is considered outside, it will be outside forever, even if you put a building over the top of it, so it doesn't matter. You know, it's just more of the visuals of things. Speaking of visuals, there was something which I wanted to do at some point. Let's see. Dwarf. There's... I might have to have a look into it for next time. Oh, Rith Rolkogan has begun a mysterious construction. Hooray! Kind of, because he's not going to get anything out of it. We're going to get an artifact, but that's it. Oh look, there's a dwarf carrying a cage. Okay. So the cage trap is constructed, but it's not been armed. Right. The elk bird's no longer over there, though. Ah. Right. So, you've mined back most of that, but not all of it. Do the little bit more. And... yeah, like that. There we go. Oh, nope. Are people working on these? Someone's making charcoal up there, so that's good. You're nearly there to arm the cage. The elk bird is right there. And you're... I'm looking here. You're near... You're arming the trap. The elk bird runs off. Okay, the trap is now armed, I believe. More so, it's more armed than it was before. Will the elk bird fall for my cunning cage trap? Hey, it did! We have a caged elk bird. That'll stop it from wandering around my fortress, and we don't have to kill it. Actually, Elkbird. Contains Elkbird, a large creature found grazing on mushrooms deep underground. It walks on 2 legs and has the head of a bird with the antlers of a great elk. She is incredibly muscular. Her feathers are brown, her skin is ecru, her eyes are black. Now, we could actually put her in our dining hall over here as a display for the dwarves to gawk at. Because you can make zoos. So we'll do that. It will give them something to admire while they're having their meals. I think they'll get happy thoughts from it. Maybe. They'll admire the cage regardless, because they'll be like, oh, that's a nice cage. Oh, a dwarf is getting the cage. And they're lugging it over there. It's going to take several days. Arab drilled gods wishes to reside in Claspmaws. Sure. How many people do we have now? 93. We've got 2 axe dwarves. No axe lords. You can see over here the breakdown of our military. We have 6 wrestlers. The one underneath it is like really highly skilled people of that area. So, at least I think it is. I forget how the training levels go in Dwarf Fortress. From what I remember, it used to be like you would get like legendary level, but then there was like multiple levels of legendary on top of that. Let's just ignore that until I finish my explanation, which means that you can get even more and more legendary on top of it. Anyway, but it would still call it legendary. The dead walk. Hide while you still can. Oh boy, the moment has come. Okay, what have we got? A human hunter. What's this? Oh, human hunter necromancer. Lovely. Dwarf hammer dwarf corpse. Okay. Dwarf axe dwarf corpse. Dwarf swords dwarf corpse. Human axeman corpse. Human spearman corpse. Dwarf spearman corpse. Dwarf mace dwarf corpse. Dwarf swordsman corpse. Human cheesemaker necromancer. Curse you, cheesemaker! How do you turn on us? Human axeman corpse. Dwarf spear dwarf corpse. Human spearman corpse. Okay. Undead. Well, this is what we came here for. What are they equipped with? Clothes, an iron shield, an iron short sword, bronze mail shirt, steel helm, bronze armor, steel spear, iron battle axe, iron shields, copper swords, silver battle axe. And the necromancers aren't really equipped with anything, they just have clothes. Okay. Well, okay, military. Your training is going to be tested. I want you all in here. Everyone else, military, active, inside fort. Everyone inside now, please. Get inside. The dead are here. Oh, there's even more. Lovely. There's actually more of them than there was before. I was wondering when they were going to attack. They're slow, so the zombies took a while to wander over to us. We can actually have a look at what this is. A medium-sized creature prone to great ambition. This is a human swordsman corpse. Her neck is rotten, her lower body is rotten, her upper body is rotten, her head is rotten. Her head's hair is gone, her head's hair is gone, she's very muscular, her left eye is gone, her right eye is gone. Yep, her right eyelid is gone. Her pancreas is gone, her spleen is gone, her right kidney is gone, her left kidney is gone. Her right shoulder muscles is gone. Wow, I didn't actually realize you could lose muscles in Dwarf Fortress. So I believe she's pretty much a skeleton. Ooh. Yeah, okay. Upper body, lower body, neck and head are rotting. She's lost... Her arms are all badly injured. And she's lost basically all of her organs, including her throat, brain, mouth, tongue, left cheek, right cheek. Basically a skeleton. With some tattered remains on still. And they're not all like that. There's actually variation. Some of them are fresher than others. What a lovely image. Actually seems like the neck, head, lower body and upper body don't rot away completely. No. Okay. Well. The necromancers are fine. I think the necromancers count as undead in their own right. But... military dwarves. Don't hang around out there. I want you inside. In here. Please. Get inside your little fort. That is one itemized list of skeletonization. It is very in-depth. It gives you just a... It just shows you how detailed Dwarf Fortress is in regards to its, you know, in regards to its, well, just how complete things are. And that holds true for every dwarf we have. Every human, every elf, every goblin in the world. Not every creature, because not all creatures might have a spleen, but yes. You can have damage to your nervous system and all that. Rith Relkogan Glazier has created Rimad Telling Bothanen 11 opal door. She claims it as a family heirloom. That's pretty cool. And we're probably about to die. Tactic Coasts the Murky Clods 11 opal door. This is 11 opal door. All craft dwarf ship is of the highest quality. On the item is an image of cushioned cabochons in 11 opal. On the item is an image of clouds in 11 opal. On the item is an image of octahedra in limonite. On the item is an image of a kaniwa in iron. On the item is an image of baguette cut gem in kiwi leather. On the item is an image of Della Steelpax the dwarf and Point Molten the iron spear in iron. Della Steelpax is raising Point Molten. The artwork relates to the creation of Point Molten in Claspmaws by the dwarf Della Steelpax in the late summer of 126. That's actually an artifact which was created here. Point Molten is an iron spear, which is up here. Very plain, but it is an artifact. Anyway, is everyone inside? I want you all to be inside the fortress. Except for the military, who is, you know, going to be hanging around outside here, possibly to deal with the undead. Though they're wrestlers, they're probably not going to have that good of a success. Is everyone inside? Let's see. Burrow. I am going to define this burrow, and I'm going to erase part of the burrow and remove this here, so they're not standing in the hallway here. Okay. Should I have my military try and fight the undead, or should I have them inside? Because they're not really equipped to deal with the undead. What do you have? Oh, you have your iron maces. You're still wrestlers though. You're not really skilled with using them. Dabbling mace dwarf. Yeah. What's your equipment like, actually? Iron helm, iron mail shirt, iron greaves, iron mace, iron shield. And probably not much more than that for anyone else. No. Iron breastplate, iron helm. I might get you to move inside, actually. Since you're the only military I have, I don't really want to lose you all to this invasion. What are you doing? Why are you lugging a... Why are you lugging a log around? Why are you hauling a large log? Don't haul logs. It makes you slow. Thank you. But it's my log. Oh, there's a necromancer. What is this? Intruders! Drive them away. Oh, there's necromancers sneaking around on the map, is there? Yeah. Okay. I didn't realize some of them came onto the map hidden. Hostile, invader, hostile. Okay, well, everyone just get inside the fortress. And then, pull the lever. As long as the undead don't climb over the walls, we should be fine. Come on, pull that lever. Pull it. Pull it. Have you pulled it? No. Pull it, pull it, pull it. Pull it. Pull. Come on, pull the lever. Pull it, thank you. And the bridge goes up. Right. And now we pray. Look at all those zombies. They're probably going to be able to climb over the climb over the walls. The walls aren't that tall. But oh dear. I'd actually create a bunch of crossbows or something. New order. Iron crossbows. 10. Iron bolts. 30. I think each bolt they creates a stack of bolts from one bar. Okay, and actually I'm going to create the True Lancers, which is already a squad. And you can be a hunter. The glazier. The other glazier. The fisher dwarf. Peasant. Papermaker. Bone carver. Fish cleaner. Animal caretaker. And the lye maker. And create another uniform. Add uniform. This one will be called... where is it for name? Name uniform. I think it's double R. Quarrelers. And we'll give you male shirt, breastplate, legs, greaves, helm, gauntlets, high boots, shield. Your weapon is going to be crossbows. And I think, do we have to say like quiver specifically? Let's see. Leather armor, individual choice ranged. So no. Okay. Material. Iron. 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 Iron and iron. There we go. It might actually be under supplies. No. No, that's food. Ammunition. Here we go. Add item. Bolts. Used in combat, used in trading. Well. metal bolts I want you to use in combat. I don't want you to use for training. Or add an item, bolts. These ones are not for training, and they're going to be material made out of wood. Because wood ones are not as good as metal bolts, so you want the cheaper made bolts to be used for training. And the metal bolts used for combat. If I remember correctly, there is a way to... Okay, when a dwarf fires a bolt, the bolt tends to be used up in the process. It can break if it hits a wall. However, it is possible to be able to retrieve bolts after they've been used, and I believe there is a way you can retrieve the bolts used in training if you create a archery range in the right way. I think it involves having a pit just under the wall where the dwarves are going to be shooting the targets, and then the bolts, when they hit the wall, drop one level down, and that causes them to not be destroyed. It's weird, but I think that's how it works. Something like that. It's not something I ever really did myself. Anyway. What are you doing? Making charcoal. Metalsmith's furnace. Smelter. Okay. Let's actually define the burrow again, because there's some areas of it which I haven't added, and if dwarves get tired, I would like them to be able to sleep. Don't go on the roof. That would be a bad idea currently. You can go in here though. No. There we go. Okay, that's all that. And we'll want to include all of this under here. So, do that. There we go. Okay. People won't be going down any further than that, but that's fine. We need more iron bars. How much charcoal do we have now? None in there. 4 in there. Okay. How are they going? Necromancers are just wandering around outside. Hammer Dwarf has entered a martial trance. What? Oh. This is... Yes. This is the Monom Razoterith, the Hammer Dwarf, which we read about last time, who joined our fortress. They have a hammer, which they managed to get a few kills with. Before, it was just a Hydra and the Yeti, but now they've killed a Krundle. It's got 3 kills with this. It's very impressive, but the first kill they had was a Hydra in 91. So that was like 30 years ago. Anyway, so they're busy killing Krundles. Making their legacy. I don't know. Upholding their proud legacy. Do we have... Do we need to just... Hold on. You're forging... You're making charcoal there. You're making charcoal there. We're gonna run out of wood. Because dwarves aren't filling out the wood stockpile. This is not on, like, accept only from... No, we'll take it from anywhere. I don't understand it. Let me see. Dwarves gather... Forbid. No, that's fine. Dwarves gather Minerals, dwarves gather wood, ignore wood, dwarves all harvest. Mix food, workshop orders. No, that's fine. No, that's all fine. Okay. How are these zombies going? I think the necromancers can actually raise your dead, like, corpses and all that. But the only thing we got there is a Kia. So they can raise an undead Kia. That would be a pain. How many are there? That's quite a lot of undead. And those other two necromancers, were those sneaking around? I suppose they were. They fled when they got discovered. That is a lot more. That is quite a lot of undead. The chief medical dwarf has been stung by a honeybee. Oh no! Yeah, actually see that. Cause I always want to see whether they actually have a like a message, like a wound on them for that. There's the chief medical dwarf. No, you don't have anything. An unhappy thought? Nope. What's your relations? A lover. Okay. That's it. And your deity is Rakas. Okay. Sure. Kindred spirit. Oh look, you've actually got like 3 really good friends. And a friend in Rith. That's nice to see. My military dwarves are getting thirsty. Stop stationed. Go get a drink. You can tell them to have backpacks or, like a flask to carry a drink with them. But I often don't see much reason to. And also carry food with them, which means that they can stay in a position for a bit longer. Because when they get hungry, they'll eat their rations and so on. But, yeah. It's going to be embarrassing if the undead just crawl over the walls. All my carefully laid plans. What was that? Oh, nothing. But, whatever. We embarked here with the knowledge that there was undead nearby. There's actually not any of the new undead here. These are all just corpses. So, do they not bring them with them? Because there's, like, more intelligent undead. Used as lieutenants and the like, but we haven't seen any. Just getting spam about needing iron bars. How's our charcoal situation? 1 charcoal. Okay. Smelt. Iron. Where is it? Smelt. Limonite. And do 20 of it. Go. Stray doe rabbit has given birth to bunnies. So, I don't know if undead are like less skilled or anything. I know they can't train. What was that? Okay. Or undead, I don't think can improve their skills. they're sort of frozen like that. I think that's the case. But I don't know whether that means that they, I don't know. I mean, these are all labeled as, like, a spearman, a swordsman, a mace dwarf, so unless they were being attacked constantly by military units, these aren't just, like, peasants raised from a community. Oh. The dwarves can't see them because they're inside behind the walls. Going down here. Where are you going? Are you going to go into my, well and climb up through under the well? I blocked that off. I mean, they would be able to do that because they don't need to breathe. Or they might be going for that cat over there, actually. Oh no, no, wait. What's this? Stray cat, yeah. The stray cat's just stunned. I think they're going for the cat, which has been injured. I think that cat was injured by a log falling from a tree at one point. Run, cat! Maybe we'll just lead them on a merry chase. The slow advance of the undead. I'm happy that all my dwarves managed to get inside the fortress before it was too late. At least I think they did. Oh, there's a kiwi up there. Yeah. Yeah, I think all my dwarves managed to get inside. Alright. Before all this. Oh, they killed the cat. Well. Now what are you going to do? You gotta raise the cat corpse? Oh. Dodokstul and the surrounding lands has been made a barony. Hooray! We're a town now. And, Logum. Tick-paddled is now Baroness of Claspmaws. And doesn't have any of the rooms for that. Well, I suppose we'll carve you one out here. 2, 3, 4, 5. I know it's not above ground, but at the moment we don't have access to wood, and I don't want to use the wood in constructing a house when we're using it for, you know, making crossbows and all that to fend off these zombies. And also just to have more military. Okay, we'll also create another. We also created one for our. Our mayor wants high boots again. Obsessed with boots. Yeah, our dungeon master also needs a room. We also have a few other. We also have another character here, a champion. Don't know what that entails. What is that? Let's see. Dwarf Fortress Champion. A champion is a noble position appointed by the player to a dwarf. The chosen dwarf can be freely replaced. The champion will lead combat demonstrations in barracks, much like a militia captain would. This position has no room requirements, and the dwarf selected needs no special skills or qualifications, and does not need to be active in military. However, teacher skills could prove useful. In previous versions of the game, champions were dwarves that had achieved a legendary combat skill. This is no longer the case. Such dwarves are now called heroes. And any dwarf can become the champion after your fortress becomes a barony. Okay. Okay, cool. So they train other dwarves. So training skills would be relevant? But it's not actually suggesting anyone who's got training skills, so... doesn't really matter, I suppose. I suppose you could just put it as captain of the guard or whatever, because that's more or less what they do anyway. But maybe putting it as another dwarf would be more useful. I have to think. Okay, how's this going? The zombies are actually wandering past our fortress. Where are you going? You go to attack the Kiwis. I was thinking perhaps it would be nice if the necromancers had like the necromancers had level skill, and they needed to be of a high level of necromancy to be able to raise more undead. So if they're an apprentice, they might only be able to raise 5 zombies. But if they were a master, they might be able to raise, you know, multiple 10s. Or even maybe 100. I don't know. It means perhaps the sieges would vary in numbers more. Like if you had an attack, you would have like 5 necromancers and they're all apprentices. So you're only getting 25 undead, which is still quite a few. I mean, how many have we got here? Oh, there's a giant cave spider. It's got a name. Suth Sath Blessod. Giant cave spider. Attacks a human bowman. Injects... the venom is injected into human bowman's human blood. I think a human bowman died. Completely paralyzed. Idem. Missing. Yep, Idem. Idem is most likely dead through giant cave spider. There's a mace dwarf down there. Giant cave spider. Oh no, there! Idem. No, wait, that's a different guy, I think. Idem, not Idim, not Idem. Yep. Okay, can we see the location where this person died? Where is the giant cave spider? Oh, it's climbing up the pit. How lovely. Look at it go. Is it coming straight for us? We don't have spears. And it's gone off the map. Okay. Where's those zombies? Oh, they're over there. Doing? Well, our fortress seems to be pretty good at keeping them out. I'd actually like to... No. Do this. And create that. And I'm going to create another room for my military dwarves to train in here. It's going to be like the secondary training rooms, just so that they're training while we're sitting around in here. How's those constructions going? 1, 2, 3, 2. Okay. That's fine. Ooh, also, yes, I would like you to create... Make wooden bolts. 50 of them. Go. So we'll probably run out of wood now. Can you make stone bolts? Nope. Didn't think so. You can make bone bolts, but we don't have bone. The elk bird's in our dining room here. What do the dwarves think of it? She was bored after leading an unexciting life for so long. She felt lonely after being away from family. She felt satisfied at work. She felt euphoric due to inebriation. She was blissful after sleeping in a great bedroom. She was interested near a fine paved road. Producing a masterwork. She was satisfied at work. She felt bitter after getting in an argument. No, okay. She hasn't really seen it. What do you like and dislike? What about you? You're a bit closer. Felt alarmed seeing someone die, but... Well... Okay, what's your thought? Wouldn't it be grand to just take my life off and do nothing for the rest of my days? Mayor has mandated construction of certain goods. 3 high boots. Again, Mayor. We might not be able to do that, because we're currently held up in here. Actually, no, we can get wood. What am I talking about? There is wood. There's the wood of the caves. Where is... Okay, so if we... Do I want to mine into here? Where's that cave spider? Can't see it. It might have gone away. Stray cat's been missing for a week. Surprising. Okay, do this. Like that. And like this. And where's the nearest tree? They will actually follow these narrow paths you designate. So... I want you to get this. And there. And like this. Okay. Now go mine that out, please. If you can. All my miners are doing something. Dig, sleep, and drink. Oh, you're mining out that. Okay. Yeah, we can't make charcoal, we need logs. Human bowman has been missing for a week. And you're carrying the bins to somewhere else. I kind of wish they would leave the bins in the pile, even if they're empty. I understand if they're not being used, you could use them somewhere else, but I suppose if the pile's empty, even if there's a bin there, it's not really... I don't know. Because you'd have to fill up the stockpile anyway to be able to start using the bin, but... having things in bins is more useful to hauling them around, because it means if you have trade goods, you can just carry the entire bin. You don't need to carry each object individually. Oh, there's Plump Helmet Men. Hello, Plump Helmet Men. How's it going? A small humanoid resembling a walking mushroom with arms and legs. It lives far underground near water and soil. Her exterior is purple. So yeah. They're just Plump Helmet Men. Plump Helmet people. Oh, there's Crundles. There's also a troll. All the way up there. What else is there? Ravens, Wombat, Kiwicock, all the undead. We'll just ignore those. Oh, hang on. I see the giant cave spider. Where's that? It's over here. What are you doing? You're just hanging around the pit there. Oh, as long as you're staying over there. Oh, I think it actually went off the map. Okay, cool. Ooh, that's too far down. That's the wrong place. I wanted to go to here. Okay. No, not table time. Tree cutting time. Like this. There we go. Or underground mushroom cutting time. They'll actually collect some of the web there to spin into silk thread, which would be nice. Okay, and we should get a few logs from this. Well, is that just one log? 2 logs. Fungi wood logs. No, we're not getting too much from them. Ooh, what's that? Teas. Troglodytes. They're not too much of a problem. Ooh, hang on. Wait, what? Giant cave spider, mangled corpse. Okay. Helmet snake venom covering. Right. Who killed a giant cave spider? I don't want to meet it. Unless it was mobbed by troglodytes, but I doubt the troglodytes would be able to take out giant cave spider. Be like snacks for it. Hey, getting the logs. The little wood which we'll be able to get from them. Okay. Armor stand here. Weapon rack there. And then we'll create that as a training room. Ooh, also, I'll need to create some archery targets. No, that's wrong. Archery target is a capital A. You don't need to create anything for them beforehand. You just need stone or wood to be able to place them. So there we go. Red zircon. Faint yellow diamond. giant cave spider. Oh. What's that E? Oh, spearman. Okay. Extend to here, I suppose. And like that. And there. And, well, we may as well, find a bunch of this stuff out here. Designating gems. There we go. Mine out these gems. Can I not say auto mine gems? No. I don't need like auto mine ore and gems, not auto mine. Just gems. Okay, you gonna have a look around there? You are! What's up there? Oh, stuff. The elf's having a sleep underground. Okay. Right. Woodworker. We have some more logs. They're probably just getting used up as soon as they get carried to the surface. So, oh, interrupted by troll. That is a lot of miasma down here. What is going on? There's a troll. It's unconscious. Bestie fortress plan. As the tide turned, I must press on. Terrified one in conflict. He has an copper scimitar and an iron spear, and he just killed the troll. Well done, that man. The human swordsman slashes the troll in the head with his copper scimitar, but tearing apart the fat. Troll strikes at the human swordsman, but the shot is blocked. The human swordsman slashes the troll in the left lower leg, tearing the muscle apart and bruising the bone, opened an artery. Ball spins the left knee. Troll misses the human swordsman. Slashes the troll in the left upper arm with his copper scimitar. What caused the troll to not get knocked out? I think all the arteries he opened, and it just bled out, or it just passed out because it was bleeding heavily. Yeah, gives into pain, and then the human just hacked it apart brutally. Combat in dwarf fortresses, very messy. I suppose as you'd expect with people wielding like swords and axes and all that, and lopping off bits every which way. Okay, smooth this out. There we go. We can have a table here. I'm going to need more things. Rock tables. I'm gonna want 4. Not wooden chair. Actually, it's not a chair, it's a throne. Rock throne. 4 of them. I'm going to want some chests. Actually, no. Rock coffer. I'm going to create 8 of those. Cabinets. Create 4, not 40. Four of those. Then we need weapon racks, 4 of those. Armor stands, 4 of those. And we should have beds. But I'll create some beds. I'll create 2 beds. There we go. Let me just check. Yeah, we have beds. So, 1 bed here. And 1 bed here. There we go. Do we have more cloth? Let's have a look. Cloth bin. We got a bit of cloth. Interrupted by a grundle. Create some cloth bags. Okay, how's the siege going? Because I'm kind of heavily ignoring it. They're over there. They're probably just wandering around killing things, I believe. Yeah. I mean, as long as if they're just ignoring us here. Okay. Do that. Train here. You can train here. And I'm going to build a bit of a wall here. So that we can have, like... I'm always a bit hesitant to have archery ranges, because I believe if you have, like, a dwarf standing in the way of an archery training, then they can get shot. I think. I'm not sure on that, but I prefer to have the archery targets, like, separate from where dwarves are going to be wandering around. Just in case. You know, to prevent someone from wandering in the way of them and finding an arrow lodged in their shoulder or something. Okay. You're the recruits. Do you have... Shorest. Are you part of the True Lancers? Yes, you are. Okay. And your uniforms are... and you should be that. No. What? You're not equipped with your proper... Ah, I never assigned your uniform to you. Macerators. And I want you quarrelers. Oh. It's just like you think too much about what you're trying to do, and your fingers do the wrong action. There we go. Okay, so you should go and actually pick up those maces which I wanted you to be training with. You've got an iron mace. What have you got? Oh, sweat. Okay. You're just sweating because you're training. The necromancers haven't actually raised the corpses. They haven't raised the Kia or the dead cat over there. I thought they always did that. I was exploring the caverns more. Where's the burrow extended to? Over there. We can get these trees as well. Or giant mushrooms. Okay. What's this sitting here? Now, the armor, they just dropped it all because I told them to wear their appropriate armor. I hope I did that right. Yeah. Should have. Yep, they're all equipped with iron in their maces, and you're all equipped. You'll be all equipped with your iron clothes and your crossbows. Okay, we can assign these archery rangers now. So, do that. Do that. Yeah, that's fine. That's fine. That. Yes. There. And there. Okay, we want the true lancers to train here. No. Okay. Do I have to allocate that as something else, actually? Training. Shoot from... Ah, there we go. Yes, you have to designate which angle you want them to shoot from. So we want them to shoot from top to bottom on these. Because they'll be standing up here. They'll shoot down. So, if you've got archery targets, you want to be able to say... Yeah, they might not be using them, and that might be because you've forgotten to designate the direction which they have to shoot the target from. We're just discovering more stuff down here. People are wandering around the caverns, finding monsters to hunt. Is there any worrisome things? Giant olm, giant cave toad, plump helmets, crundles. No, it's all fine. Okay. We should actually move up there. There's a bunch of trees over here. So, do this. Also, a thought just occurred to me, and something which I'm going to do. Before anyone gets any ideas. Forbid the giant cave spider's mangled corpse, please. Because the last thing I want you to do is to take that giant cave spider's mangled corpse, haul it all the way up into my fortress, and then it to get resurrected as an undead giant cave spider. That would be horrendous. And it might not actually be any worse than it normally is. It wouldn't bleed out. But giant cave spiders ignore pain anyway, so would it be that much worse? Would an undead giant cave spider still have the venom they normally attack with? Would it be able to shoot web? Because it's like biological functions to creating it wouldn't be working. Can an undead dragon breathe fire? These are the questions I ask. Oh. A mace dwarf is attacking a giant cave toad and seems to be succeeding. Possibly. Oh, hang on. He got... Oh, his skull got badly damaged. The giant cave toad is very badly injured. Let's see. Bashes a crundle. Yep. The giant cave toad strikes at the mace dwarf, but the shot is blocked. It's beating the giant cave toad. It's just smacking it with his silver mace over and over again. Mace dwarf bites the giant cave toad. Giant cave toad looks sick. The mace dwarf latches on firmly. Mace dwarf. Giant cave toad misses. Giant cave toad bites the mace dwarf in the head, bruising the skin through the alpaca wood. The giant cave toad latches on firmly. Mace dwarf bashes the giant cave toad in the right foot front with his silver mace, shattering the bone. The mace dwarf says, "Help! Save me!" But it's kind of muffled because he's inside the giant cave toad's mouth, so it's like, "Oh, Mace dwarf is unable to break the grip of the giant cave toad's mouth on the mace dwarf's head. Giant cave toad shakes the mace dwarf around by the head, tearing apart the head's muscle and bruising the skull. Artery in the head has been opened by the attack. Oh, great, lovely. Help, save me! Help, save me! Yeah. So, and the dwarf is going back to attacking the giant cave toad. He was retreating for a bit. Oh, and he killed the giant cave toad. Well done, that lad. But you're severely injured. You're pale, and the artery you opened in your head is probably going to end up to being your death. I think you lost a lot of blood over there. Hopefully you can get to the medical bay. But we don't have any soap, and we don't have we actually, no, we would have sutures. Come on, dwarf. You're pale, but get to the hospital. Hooray! You got to the hospital. Now let our chief medical dwarf have a look at you. He's a very skilled, what's it called? Medical dwarf. Don't worry, I've done many surgeries in my time. And I've never had any complaints. Human bowman has been found dead, but that's not the guy in the hospital, that's, Idem. Yeah, we figured he was dead. You're unconscious. Actually, your wounds have healed quite well. Your spine's still injured. Let's see the health. Yeah. Aban. Mace dwarf. Okay, you have cleaning required. Dressing required. Dressing request. And, sutures? Yeah, suture request. You're pale. Broken tissue. Moderate damage. And that's it. Okay. So, I mean, we don't have any soap to clean you with, but we have sutures. I mean, you're cleaning with water, but, you know, soapy water would be better, but... I really should make some. We should have... Do we have, like... What's it called? Do we have globs? Where is it? Globs. There we go. We got 51. Kiwi tallow. Elkbird tallow. Reacher tallow. Wombat tallow. You can get tallow from reachers? You can eat reachers? I thought they would be, intelligent. Oh, the zombies are back. Or at least some of them are. Yeah, they're all just standing outside of a fortress. Moaning. We should actually do something about the, let's see. We need potash from lye. We need to make lye. And, let's see. Soap. What's the process for soap? chop wood, make ash, then we make lye, then we make, yeah. And we need tallow, which we have. Okay, so we just need to make ash from wood and then lye. So 20 ash, 20, there we go. And then soap. Soap from tallow. 20. There we go. And they'll just do those tasks when they're able to. We also need a soap makers there, actually. Soap makers workshop. Leaves empty bucket. Oh! Don't have a bucket. Make wooden bucket. 5. There we go. We're going to need to cut down some more trees. Giant mushrooms. There we go. Some of that is actually outside of the area. So expand it like that. There we go. Ooh, and there's that one up there as well. Like there. There we go. Oh, right. You're wanting to put the guy's corpse in the tomb, but you can't because you can't reach him. Where is he? He's over there. Is there anything threatening over there? Troll, maybe. If I designate that as accessible. But I have to put a path from the tunnel over to there. Okay, let's see. Do this. Like this. That goes down. That's down. Then you go here, that goes up. Down again. Like this. Like this. And there. Up like this. Move around the tree there. Go up. Where's the corpse? There it is. Okay, so it's there. And the path I was making was long and stupid. Over there. Okay, well. Keep going. And Jules is just like, I have to take a left. We have to take another left. Take a right. Like this. And body is there. Okay, so it's just down there. If we do this, It doesn't really matter now, does it? Fine. Just whatever. Do this. It's going to be one. I was wanting it to be very specific so that they would only do the one thing, but well, that's fine. That's right to there anyway. Do this and connect it up. There, that should be fine. They should be able to get his corpse now. Whether I want them to or not, I don't know. They shouldn't get into trouble as they've got that path, and that's it, because they wouldn't be able to reach anything else which isn't on the path, and there can't be that many things on the path. Also, once they get his corpse, I can just get rid of the path pretty quickly, because it's a lot easier to remove it all than it is to place it all. Put a table down here. Put a table down here. Another one here. Put a chair here. One there, and one there. Put container here. Another one here. One there, and one there. And some cabinets. Put a cabinet there. We've only got one cabinet so far. Hey, and I think that guy's actually alright now. Where is he? Was it Raphib? Face bake. Oh. Who was the guy which was injured? Abad. Nice dwarf. How's it going? Your head's injured. I feel so good! He feels hopeless after suffering a major injury. His head is torn open, his middle spine is bruised. Yeah, okay. Well, he's doing alright, I suppose. Oh wait, can we see your inventory? Because you probably have sutures. Oh, giant case spider silk thread, sewn into head. Lima wool cloth wrapped around head. He's got some tears. Aww. Oh well, you did go through quite a bit. Okay, how's the training going? Watching dodging demonstration. Well, good. You'll be able to dodge the zombies. You can see these little marks here, these little arrows with the line underneath it. They're broken bolts. I assume broken wooden bolts because that's what I've told them to train with. You can't pick them up. They're not an item anymore. I think they become something which the dwarves have to clean up. How's the zombies going? They still around? Well, there's one there. Two there. Yeah, they're all just sitting around out there. There's only one necromancer here now, though. Okay. Where's all the others? Oh, I think they're just wandering around. Yep, there they are. Wow, at least we can exist in here for a while. Oh, damn it, there's zombies in my, canal. My channel. Damn it! Get out of there! You'll be stinking up the, I don't have any grates down there either, so if they continue along, they'll be able to get up through my, well. But hopefully the narrow room would mean that we'd be able to deal with them pretty easily as they come through slowly. Hopefully. Okay, do we get more? Yeah, we're getting the logs down here. It's not much, but it's better than nothing. Oh, there's a troll. It seems like the trolls not being aggressive has been fixed. Like in the last fortress, we had the trolls wandering into our base and just sitting around, not doing anything. That is a messy looking fight. Oh, and the troll wins. Killed the, what's this? Oh. What? The Nuanced Love Scoop. A crystal opal-bound codex. Right, it's this guy who had this book. Apparently he killed a Crundle with this book. No wonder you lost. If you're using the book as your weapon, it wouldn't be very good. Steel shield. Yeah, you were killing things with the book. Let's read that log. Sword Dwarf scratches the book in the right arm. Sword Dwarf strikes a Crundle in the head with his book. The Sword Dwarf strikes the troll with his steel shield. Strikes the troll in the left upper arm with his nuanced loved scoop, bruising the muscle. This is lovely. Scratches the troll in the right eyelid, tearing the skin. Force bends the head. Fine. No wonder you lost. Smacking it over the head with a book. It reminds me of, ages ago there was I've mentioned this before, but there's a dwarf from a series which I enjoyed, which was done years ago, called Nistakath. And in it, there was a dwarf called Captain Ironblood. And I think she was the captain of the guard, or well, the Captain Ironblood was like the head military dwarf for Nistakath. And her weapon of choice, if I remember correctly, was a artifact cabinet, I believe she made. So she's always going to battle, smacking things over the head with her cabinet. It proved to be a very effective weapon. She was able to dispatch some ludicrously powerful creatures with it. Is there a thing on the wiki about it? No. The wiki doesn't really cover things like that. Yeah, that was ages ago. Anyway. Yeah. There was also, it just reminded me also looking it up, there was a thing called Plain Pact, which was an artifact item which had a massive amount of entries written on it. Like, stupidly large. I forget what the bug which you could do that with was. I think it was like something to do with forbidding items. And there's actually an article on the wiki about that. Plain Pact is a legendary limestone statue, now known as the most epic craft artifact ever created by Dwarfkind. The statue contains what would appear to be the entire history of the world in which it was created. It also includes 73 images of itself, leading one to believe that either the designs engraved upon it are minutely fractal, or that where Plane Pact stands, the universe folds. It also most likely contains several pictures of toads and squares, but strangely no cheese. Plane Pact was worth an amazing 3,105,600 dwarf bucks, an extremely high amount in relation to its rather mundane materials. The artifact remained a complete enigma for months, until another player unwittingly created Broiled Princes, another mega artifact. The original bug that was the source of these artifacts was later discovered, and the glitch was repeated by several other players until the bug was fixed. There's a very long description of Plane Pact. Yeah, good lord. That is so much. It's not really that much, but it is a lot. A lot more history than any object in Dwarf Fortress would normally have on it. So yeah, that's available to read up on the wiki. That's under Plane Pact. Okay, so we were cutting down more trees down there. And also rescuing that dwarf's corpse. Did that troll die? I think that troll did die. Maybe? So many crundles and all that. Dead, missing. Is there a named troll here? There's a dead troll? I suppose the named troll actually wandered off the map. Okay. Well, that's fine. You went and got his corpse though. That's nice of you. And you got his book. Yeah, we do. I think these ones are artifacts which we didn't create, but are just located in our fortress. Bismuth Bronze War Axe, which is owned by that dwarf, and the Nuanced Love Scoop, which is the Codex. Oh no! I think it was created by the guy which died. Setok Sly Breaches. Oh no! Kubuk Kilob Taran. Okay, so it was actually owned by another person. I wonder what happened to the original owner. Let's see. There's another tree there which we can get. Or another few trees we can get. Go on. Get these trees. Like that. Go. There's a few more trees over there as well. And... let's just get these as well. Like this. No, don't delete the burrow. Otherwise all my dwarves will go willy-nilly all over the place. There we go. Okay, cut all those trees down. And we should get a bit more wood. I don't wish the fungal trees actually gave more wood, but oh well. Oh, there's a giant rat. Oh no. Good that you're felling the trees. Oh, the craft dwarves are actually holding a pottery demonstration. Watch pottery demonstration. Lead pottery demonstration. That's rather nice. I haven't actually ever done pottery. What's this? Black zircon. More gems being revealed. That is a lot of web over there. Giant olms. Oh. Why are you cutting the tree down while you're standing on it? You stupid dwarf. You didn't die, but... Oh boy. Mest Thoth. Ubal Shagog Cook has given birth to a girl. Well, that's unfortunate for you. That's the second child we've had in the fortress, actually. The third, actually, because the these first two children were birthed by the same mother who ended up dying. So, Ubal, you're over here. You're seeking the infant. And you're now under control of the infant. So... Parent Pit. Add citizen. What's your name? Ubal and Mest Thoth, the cook. Okay, so... Ubal and the cook. Not Deduk. Mest Thoth. There we go. And you're both part of this, of that pit. And that pit is now active. We have another parent. And I want you to go over to that pit, please. If you can. Wrestle control from your child. And get over to the pit. Perhaps you'll get there at some point. This is so silly. Come on. The last parent actually obeyed the burrow. Or the last parent and child obeyed the burrow. Yeah, it looks like they're doing it now. Yeah, just have to wander around aimlessly. The burrow is located... Oh, maybe you're not going there? The burrow is located on the food stockpile, so that even if they're wandering around, they're able to eat. Do I know the trick with the burrow on the food stockpile? Is that what I'm just doing? Sorry, I just saw that comment after I was talking. I have a burrow located on top of the stockpile, so that even while the parent's not under the control of the child, they can still pick up food and drink. If they path over it, but they're not actually going there. Parent pit is located there. I also want to expand it because it's not currently over the drink stockpile. So, do that. The two citizens should be there, the dwarf baby and the other. Also, welcome. That dwarf child doesn't need to be there anymore. Because they have grown up. And they're no longer a mind-controlling mutant baby or whatever. Okay. The comment was about it? Okay. Well, thank you for mentioning it anyway. Manager. We haven't had too many children. We've only had 3. And as I said, 2 of them were from the same mother, so it's not been that big of an issue. And we have a fortress of 92 dwarves. They really don't seem to be having babies as often as they were used to. I suppose I just have to hope that the parent gets over there. At some point. Ubal, where have you dragged your poor mother over, too. You're going just all over the place. Oh, you're going into the, into there. Okay. That's our farmers guild. Come on. Obey the burrow. Oh, you want to. Yeah, whatever. Like the last time, I'm not going to be terribly broken up if bad things happen. Oh no. I mean, the mother dies, the child lives on. Dwarf just makes you such a callous person. Coffins. Yes, I want coffins. Not for any particular reason. It's just good to have coffins. In preparation for, you know, the inevitability of death. Especially when we're under a siege by friggin' zombies. You're drowsy and you're sleepy. Why aren't you sleeping? Can't sleep. Zombies will get me. You didn't feel anything due to inebriation. Oh dear. She was annoyed dwelling upon being accosted by What? 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 She was annoyed dwelling upon being accosted by hamsters. Okay. When did that happen? I don't think I've seen any hamsters on this map. Does she dislike hamsters? Oh yeah, she absolutely detests hamsters. How unfortunate. I'm just imagining it's like hamsters holding them up in an alleyway or something like that. Hamsters are adorable though. Not satisfied upon improving studies, she was interested after learning about dodging. She was embarrassed after sleeping without a proper room. Yeah, we still don't have bedding for everyone. Okay, it must have happened a while ago. Did you have any personality changes because you got accosted by hamsters? She's unfocused after a lot of things. Nope. Okay. Can't sleep zombies will get me, as can't sleep hamsters will get me. Okay, fine, whatever. What about you? How are you going, Administrator? I feel fine. She is a faithful worshipper of Rakas, Northwalk. 83 years old. She is flimsy. Okay. What about you? Architect. What do you hate? Detests rats. Oh. She absolutely detests purring maggots. They sound horrible. Kimberlite. Pyrolusite. Oh, pardon me. Milk opal. So we should have some more wood, because we cut down a whole bunch of giant mushrooms underground. Kind of. I mean, these ones aren't, but I do have that burrow active, and it's underneath them, isn't it? It is. I suppose I just have to target the trunks of them. Though they did cut down that other tree when that other mushroom tree by climbing into the cap and cutting it down for the top, and then a dwarf fell down. I hope all that webbing in midair isn't going to be a problem. How are you going? Oh, good. I thought you were outside for a moment, but no, you're in your bedroom. Logum Taniden, Baroness of Claspmaws. Yes, that's right. I was going to make you your bedrooms. Make bedroom. Sign. Logum. This is your dining room. I always like making the study the room which you first come into. Just because, to me, it makes sense that... Well, it's like you'd have your, you know, the meeting room where you talk to people as the first room in your house. And then you'd have the dining room off from that. And then you'd have the bedroom, like, at the back or something. So... Throne room or study? Yes. Sign chair, dungeon master. And there we go. So we need some doors. Ooh. Remember telling Bothanen that is your that is the artifact door which we created. Sure, that can go there. We're also gonna need some more doors. Door. Rock doors. Create 20 rock doors. Okay, and we can also allocate this bedroom up here now because it's no longer owned by the Baron. Or it is, but we got the Baron somewhere else. Dakot. Can have that. Fine, that one's owned, that one's owned. Owned. That one's owned. Yep. These bedrooms are all tidy. Why aren't all the other bedrooms tidy? That one's owned by someone. Okay. And that one's not owned by anyone. Go down the list. That one can be owned by the carpenter. We really haven't allocated bedrooms for everyone. And I was going to be building more housing. But then we got under siege. Herbalist. Wrestler. Engraver. The militia captain, I suppose. Mission Dwarf. It's because I want to have everyone's bedrooms above ground. Is the main reason. Is the only reason why we haven't allocated everyone's bedrooms. Because it takes time to build these. And a lot of wood. Okay. Oh. Zombies are climbing trees. I'm impressed at how well our fortress has kept the undead menace out. They're not climbing over the walls. We have this pit here, and then it goes up, and then we have a ledge, which I believe stops them from being able to climb over. So, though they could climb up the side of this, but for whatever reason, they're not trying. Maybe zombies can't climb. They wouldn't strike me as being particularly dexterous. Let's see. Undead. Oh, okay. In the past, the undead were considered perhaps the greatest threat a fortress could ever face, only rivaled by the inhabitants of the hidden fun stuff. However, since the balance changed to 42.5, any battle against them will be much more fair. That said, the undead are not to be trifled with. They do not tire, feel no pain, have no useful articulation to damage, ignore injuries to their now useless organs, do not fall unconscious, and are impervious to the effects of morale. Add to that they often arrive in big numbers with necromancers to reanimate them, and that the greatest of beasts can be reanimated, and it comes off as no surprise that the undead can pose a great opportunity for fun. Yep. That's why I quit my guys with maces. Apparently flails are better than maces also. Like, we can't make flails. Kinda wish you could. Flails are pretty cool. Discipline is a big obstacle to directly confronting a zombie horde. Without enough discipline, a troop sent to fight them may instead decide to flee in terror from such abominations of nature. Okay. It doesn't actually say whether they can climb. Nope. Okay, there's nothing about climbing there. Has anything happened? Nope. Okay. While I was checking the wiki. Is it just the zombies still here? There's still the human hunter necromancer. You have anything on you? No, just clothes. I kind of wish if you killed the necromancer, all the zombies would just collapse, but it'd not be like that, I don't think. Where are you? Oh, you're down there. How is your discipline anyway? Come to think of it. Probably not very high. Dabbling discipline. Yeah. Novice. Competent discipline. The dabbling ones are actually the Mark's dwarves, so adequate discipline. Competent discipline. Okay. Well, they're all training up our military dwarves. I actually might... Okay. Mechanical focuses. Alerts. No, not alerts. Schedule. I know I have you on this. Copy order. You're going to be training year-round. Right now. Because I want you to train up as fast as possible. Or as much as you can. No downtime. What are all these things? Oh, they're probably all our wooden bolts, aren't they? Yep. Fungi wood bolts. Right. How many of them have you got? Fine. Remove that. You're using so much wood for everything. Just like wood for this, wood for that, wood for this. And I can't get all the wood from the forest out here because of the zombies. Damn you. Shakes fists at zombies. Did I tell you you could walk there? No, I didn't. Why are you walking there? The burrow is active. You're all members of this burrow. I'm pretty sure you should all be members of this burrow. I have to add you all to the burrow? I shouldn't have to. Hold on. I'm thinking. It says inside fort, no one's on the burrow. But you... active training. But you just had to activate the burrow and then activate the civilization. And then they would stay in the burrow. But they're not staying inside the parent pit. Maybe because there's two, they no longer obey the rule. Okay, well. No, don't create another burrow. Delete that. Yes. Inside fort. And... oh, whatever. It doesn't matter. It's not like they can get out anyway. And the parents not obeying it either, so... they're thirsty. They're running around with a mug, but the baby's like, no! Can I just tell you to, like, cut down these? No. You're not actually going to, cut those down. If I do this, will you? You will. Okay, so you are obeying the burrow. But if you're obeying a burrow, then why did you move along here? Because you should go this way. Because that's where the burrow I put is going. Why are you taking a shortcut? You shouldn't take the shortcut. You should take the long route. Because that is the route which I told you to take. Burrows restrict your movement to only areas within the burrow. Why are you cutting across there? Ugh. I'm pretty sure that's how burrows work. If I put a long, snaky path through the forest, they would stick to that path. I feel. Maybe they don't. Oh. Hold on. The first thing I see on the page on the wiki about burrows. Burrows do not restrict a dwarf's movements. They only restrict the locations where dwarves may perform jobs. An idle dwarf can still go anywhere, regardless of burrows. Okay. So, right. It does not control where they can go, it just controls where they get jobs. And it just happens that that often overlaps. So... fine. Actually, that means I didn't have to create the path to the human's corpse. You could just add underneath the human corpse to the burrow, and they'll go to the point, pick up the corpse. Because it's like, oh, I can actually go there and get this now. I don't need to... you know, you don't need to create a path for them there. Well, that makes things a bit easier. It also makes it a little bit more, I don't know, less controlling of the dwarves than I thought it was, which is not necessarily a good thing. Like, if I put this here, since that's not in the burrow, right, they're not actually going to get those jobs because it's outside of their purview. Okay, okay. I'm learning. Still. You never finish learning with this game. And it's often relearning just because there's so much to remember. Why are the items inaccessible? What items are inaccessible? Cancel store item in stockpile. Oh, are you complaining about the webbing in the midair there? I think you are. Right. This is a problem. DB forbid. Because it's all up in the air like that. I'm just going to forbid it all. Because it was sitting around on tops of trees, which we've since cut down, and they want to be able to get it, but it's up in the air. I kind of wish it fell to the ground. If that's the case. We could create paths there. Ooh, what's this? Butcher withdraws from society. Okay. Oh, hello, Butcher. Please don't kill someone. There he goes. Create a craft dwarf's workshop. Particularly secretive. Okay, so it's not a murderous mood. He's not in a bad mood. They're not in a bad mood, so it wouldn't be that anyway. He picks up a stone and he's lugging it over there. Okay. Zoom out again. Go. Right. Oh. Is that what you're looking for? You're looking for the wheelbarrow. Yeah, I think you're actually looking for the wheelbarrow there, not the wait, item inaccessible. There's another wheelbarrow there. Just forbid the wheelbarrows. There's another one. Have they been spamming that the whole time? Yes, I have. I just... The red messages, because they're so dense and all the time, I just glaze over them. Because oftentimes they're just sort of like, oh, they're complaining about not being able to do things. Oh, there's a barrow there which you can't get. It's just outside of the it's just outside of the burrow. Okay, you can pick up the barrow now. Because the barrow is inside of the burrow. Auto mine ore gems. Just mine gems. And over here too. There we go. It's all inside the barrow. In the burrow. It's not in the barrow. It's not in the barrow yet. It will be. There we go. Okay. There we go. Or maybe the dwarves could have like a stick which they can use to collect webs from a area a bit above them. I don't know how the dwarves would be collecting the web in the first place. Let's like pick up one end of it and roll it up into a ball. Okay, more gems. Greedy for gems. Add. Cut gems, cut gems. Oh, cut gems, cut gems, cut gems. Cut the emeralds. And do that. There we go. Okay. How are we going for time? Fine. Might go for another 10 minutes and then finish it up. We're still under siege, but, well... You're a novice marks dwarf. You're an adequate marks dwarf. You're actually training with your marksman. Archery practice. You can see him shooting bolts into the targets there. And this one is now. Pew! 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 Lead dodging demonstration. This is how you dodge! Oh yes, and we need this now. Make throne room right there. Baroness! Put that there. Put that there. Put this there. Put this there. And put that there. There we go. Item inaccessible. Why do these wheelbarrows keep getting into inaccessible areas? Are you, like, dropping them around for a lark or something? Or do you wheel them out of the barrow? Out of the burrow? Realize you're outside of the burrow, go, oh! I can't get this for this job, and then you drop it. Oh, whatever. Yeah, we've got our bit of wood. How much is in that bin there? None. So we've got like 4 logs. Okay. Maybe a bit more because 2 guys with barrows just came by. And put them into the place there. Is this my wood food? This is my drink stockpile, isn't it? Yeah, that's my drink stockpile. What's this one? Food. And it has nothing in it. Okay. I thought that was... I don't know. This is my food stockpile. This is my drink stockpile. This is something stockpile. It's nothing stockpile. Kitchen. Actually, do this. Cook. No. Meal. Create some fine meals. It's actually nice seeing that drink stockpile full. Though I wish dwarves would get drink from the stockpile and take it downstairs and drink at the tables. Okay, anyone else saying that they can't get things? No. Good. The only thing left is the charcoal. Which... When you're making ash, that's fine, because we're going to be making soap from that. How much more of the armor do we need? 2 more iron shields, 1 more iron mace. And that's it. But I also need to create another whole bunch of, another 10 suits of armor. Or the new military squad. Or for the dwarves in the military, because I'm sure some of the military squad have been taking the armor rather than letting one squad get fully geared up. They sort of have a hodgepodge amongst themselves. How much? We have that ash in there and that ash in there. Okay. Yes, I am going to need a... what's it called? What do you make lye from? Ashery. There we go. We need an empty barrel. I'll get rid of that barrel in there. That barrel is empty, isn't it? Yeah, it is. I got an empty barrel, isn't it? Oh no, that's got blood in it. We got a few barrels, but they have blood in them. I think we could dump the contents of them, but... Okay, can we make... The mayor has been re-elected. Well, congratulations. Okay, you picked up the barrel. And you're now using it to brew drinks. Just make some more wooden barrels. Not 50. Five. Thank you. We don't have 50 logs. Look at those zombies. Stopping me from cutting down the forest. No, some traders would come sometime soon. That would be fine, maybe? I mean, if they succeed. I'm still kind of scared about the undead. Bad experiences with them when they were really tough is pretty much made me stay away from them permanently. Stay away from them very strongly. I don't think we could deal with them with our military at the moment. Anyway, but I'm probably making them into a... I'm probably thinking of them as a bigger threat than they actually are. They're still a big threat, but... of that I'm certain, but not to the extent which I remember. Oh. Okay. Can we make this ashery now? Item inaccessible. It's a freaking what? It's a... You know what? At this rate, I am just going to, where is it? It's under... tools? Wheelbarrows. Okay. Because it seems like they're just using them, they're getting out of the burrow, and they're going, oh, I'm outside of the burrow and I'm doing a task. I can't do this task of pushing the wheelbarrow outside of the burrow, so I just gotta dump the wheelbarrow. And then, I can't get to the wheelbarrow because it's outside of the burrow. And now they don't sound like words anymore, and what are these ends? Naked bulldogs. They're not wheelbarrows. Just ignore the wheelbarrows. They don't even really make the jobs faster. They do if it's stone. But I don't know if they carry multiple objects in the wheelbarrow. I think they just haul one stone in the wheelbarrow. I feel like they should be able to carry 4 or 5. That would make it more useful. Push it up, put one stone in, push it up, put another stone in, maybe a third, and then you wheel it back to the stockpile. Oh, just one, but at a much higher speed. Okay, okay. Well, thank you for that. I appreciate people either correcting or informing me on things of things in this game. Also, welcome. I just feel maybe it could be a bit more. I don't know. It's like what it used to be with the seeds and all that for farming. I think it was at least this. The dwarves would pick one seed up, and then they would put it in the stockpile, and then they'd pick another seed up and put it into the stockpile. Now I think they can hold several seeds and put them into the stockpile at once, rather than one at a time. Or is it they pick up the bag, go around putting the seeds into the bag, and then put the bag in the stockpile, rather than like doing it one at a time, picking up a seed, putting it into the bag, and so on. I think there was an improvement of some regard in that. Item inaccessible. Now it's logged, you can't get to. Right, because the trees were cut down and they fell down to the lower level. Okay, there we go. Get those trees. I mean, I like the wheelbarrows. They make hauling things a lot easier. Especially the stone, now that the stone weighs more. Which is sort of changing something to make another object useful. But... sorry. Pop the microphone. Having the stone weigh something, it's fine. It makes wood more appealing to use because it's lighter. Especially if you have feather wood, which I think is really light. We don't have that. That would be in joyous biomes. We need to embark in a happy biome at some point. All sunshine and fluffy ramblers and unicorns and sunberry plants and all that. I'd also like to create a fortress at some point, which is like the fortress faction from Heroes of Might and Magic 5. If anyone knows that. The fortress faction has their town or city is a massive hole in the ground with lava at the bottom of it, and all the houses are built around the edges of this massive hole in the ground with a wall around it, up the top. It looks very impressive. But it would be a heck of an ordeal to build. But you can just imagine this massive pit in the middle of the map, which you've just mined away all the way down to the bottom or something. Oh jeez, isn't there something in the Forgotten Realms like that now? I think on the map there's a massive hole now where a god just pulled a city in or something. It was probably a while ago, actually, because I do not play role-playing that much, but... where is it? Is this it? Deepmoor. The Underchasm. That's it, I think. Just this massive hole. Like, yeah. Anyway. So, can we build that ashery now? I'd like to get that done before we finish up. Empty barrels. Oh. Have you actually begun your construction? Oh no, the hammer dwarf has been found dead. Oh, Monom died. That's the hammer dwarf with the bismuth bronze warhammer, which had a hydra and a yeti as a kill. It was inevitable. Where was the announcement? Lolo withdraws for society, claims the Craft Dwarf's workshop, and I don't think they've started. Okay. What do you need? Sketches pictures of rough gems of stacked leather, stacked cloth, cut gems, stacked leather, stacked cloth. Okay, so you probably want... you probably want something killed. Everyone's adopted pets. I mean, they get happy thoughts for having pets, but... Grey horsefowl. Hen, blue peahen, billy goat. What's our animals, actually? Let's see. Animals. No, that's criminals. Animals. Oh, the cat is uninterested. I was like, uninterested? Yeah, okay. Because you can't assign owners to cats. Cats adopt dwarves. Yolkbird is not tame. Grey horsefowl. This is also whether a particular animal is up for adoption. Sure. Let's see. Stray bunny, male, female, female. Buck rabbit, male. I wish this ordered it from... It ordered it in groups of all the animals together. At least, maybe it does. Cavy-boar, cow, buck rabbit. No, because the bunnies are down. Oh, I suppose those are children. No, because the two dogs are down there, and then there's the two stray dogs up top there, so it's not in order. Also, because there's a stray cat up there. And then there's the stray kitten down here, so... Well... Just... slaughter a bunny. And we'll have to tan the hide first. But that should give him the leather he needs. Plant seeds horrified. Oh, the cook has been found dead, dehydrated. Yeah. Well, the parrot ended up dying because of their mind controlling offspring. It was inevitable. Come on, just bury them. Been thinking about installing StarCraft 2 and playing through that again. It's been a while. I've only ever played through Wings of Liberty, though I do own the Heart of the Swarm, is it? Now? Because I think Blizzard gave it away for free a little bit ago. But I haven't played through that. I only played through Wings of Liberty once when it first came out. I was interested in the story when they originally released it, but it took so long between Wings of Liberty, Heart of the Swarm, and the next part for the Protoss come out that I lost interest in the story, so... I don't really care about the plot anymore. Also, I don't know, plot changes and all that, razza. Fiddling with the Zerg and Origins and all that, whatever. You got all 3 in Physical Collector's Edition. I remember having fun with it, but... Brewer's just sleeping in the street. Do we have a tenor? We should. Actually, we've got quite a lot of wood there. New order. Make charcoal. Wait, is that grayed out because we already have a task for that? No. Charcoal. 10. 20. Go. You never play Warcraft 3, but you read it's best to stay away from it now as they screwed over the original as well as the Reforged release. I heard that as well. I believe it's only an issue if you try to play multiplayer with the Battle.net. Because it will automatically download the update or whatever. But I think if you play it and just have it not connect to online, like if you have the original CDs, you could install it from that and play it that way. It is rather annoying that they'd fiddle with the original when they release it the Reforged. And people don't like the Reforged edition either. From what I've seen, it's not very well received, and they didn't do a very good job on it. I do like Warcraft 3 though. The campaign in it is very enjoyable. And the story in it and the Thrones of the Throne I think is very good. So I do recommend playing it. Just perhaps not playing the Reforged edition. I mean, I don't know. I think the graphics in Warcraft 3 hold up, even if they are older. Because it's got a cartoony style to it anyway, so it's not hit as hard as the whole older graphics thing. Right. Oop. So, what are we doing? Oh, it's creating charcoal. And do we have enough for the ashery now? We do! Praise be to all. And a bucket we needed as well. Good thing I created a bunch. Okay, actually, what does your barony? Oh, you need a tomb. Okay. Wait, don't you have those items? That's a Baroness there. Resize room. There. I have to resize these rooms because I have... what's it called now? Doors in the rooms. And some of them were spilling out into the hallway and like that. Okay, there we go. So, okay, this is the Baroness's room. This is the Baroness's room. This is the Baroness's room. And what do you need? A weapon rack and an armor stand. Okay. Don't you... No, that's a, weapon rack. Or armor stand, weapon rack. And... weapon rack, armor stand. There we go. You also need a tomb. Which is something we haven't had to build yet. So 2, 3, 4, 5. Make you a nice looking one. Bit of edging on it. There we go. And like that. A tomb is just that. It's just a room with a what's it called? With a coffin in it, and you designate that room as being owned by the Baroness, and then that counts. So, and I'm going longer than I'm into. Fine, we'll get this done, and then it's always one more thing. Limestone coffin. I have to say again, limestone is probably not the best material to have to be buried in. I mean, I think it would dry out the corpse pretty well. It would be good for mummification, I think. 5 more minutes, 5 more minutes later, 5 more minutes, exactly. I just really like the game. Assign the tomb to the Baroness. There we go. And you've got a servant's burial chamber, so you need a tomb. This tomb is not good enough. A splendid office. That's because you have the artifact door there. Oh, and you want me to make high boots? They'll just make boots, more boots. I want all the boots. That is part of the burrow. Burrow, yes it is. Item inaccessible. Why are you trying to store that? If it's outside of the burrow, why are you even attempting? Just claim all of that so you can get it. Oh, well, we need to smooth out that wall there. Actually, you can smooth out that wall, you just haven't done so. And there's a naked mole dog wandering around the fortress. Whatever. How's the training going? The Mace Dwarf. You're an Axe Dwarf. And... okay. Right. Well... I think I'm going to call it there. We've got our, dwarves forging the rest of the equipment, though I'm going to have to queue up a whole bunch more of this. At some point, next time. I'm not going to do that now. Otherwise I'll get distracted for other things. They're brewing stuff, forging the iron crossbows, the iron bolts, smelt limonites. Actually, come to think of it, no, we can't actually change that. Okay. We're making lye and eventually soap. From that, we've got charcoal coming again. Making fine meals and forging boots and all that. So, yes. And we're still under siege by the undead. Apparently the necromancers have gotten bored and wandered off. Oh, there's some dingoes out there. A small dog-like creature. They are known to attack livestock. He's average in size, his hair is black, his skin is dark brown, his eyes are orange. Hey, don't dingoes have, like, yellowy hair? Anyway, So all these zombies are still wandering around out here, stopping me from getting wood. But we're collecting wood from the cavern, so that's fine. Kind of. We don't get as much from those mushroom trees. But whatever. Hey, the iron maces have been completed. Well done. Uh-oh. Someone's been webbed. Oh. They found someone's dead. And then they were webbed. Oh, because they were moving over the corpse. Over the, webs down there. Well, they're monster hunters. They know what they're getting into. There's an orphan one. What have you killed? One Reacher. Well done. It's better than beating them to death with a codex. What's that thing? Steel bolt. Okay. And how are you going? One troll, two troglodytes, and one troglodyte. Actually getting pretty good. Okay, that's it. We've done a fair bit. We've set up rooms underground for our Baroness and our dungeon keeper. I'd still like to have their rooms above ground. If this zombie invasion goes away, perhaps we'll move them above ground so that when I get access to the forest up there, or when our military gets to the point where I feel comfortable attacking the undead. I'm probably going to need another 2 squads for that, though. 40 against them or something, and that's going to require training, which will take a few years. I think like 2 years for good amount of training or something. I don't know. Anyway, there's also just plain old combat experience. They need to have deaths, otherwise they need to have kills, otherwise they're going to be panicked when they first get a kill. Anyway, it will be for next time for Dwarf Fortress. So, well, thank you very much for joining me, and I hope you'll join me for the next time. I'll stop the recording here.